Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Final Fantasy XIII Randomiser. In our first episode last time, we basically just went over a whole bunch of housekeeping and grabbing as many free checks as we could. So we'll be heading off into some chapters now and actually get more into the game. So we've got a whole bunch of extra Crystarium access. We just don't have any CP to do anything on it. But with the little CP that we do have, I'll give Lightning Blizzard. That way she can actually do some damage rather than use her pitiful attack to attack. And we'll leave it at that for everyone else because there's not really enough CP to warrant trying to put it into the grid. So chapter 2 doesn't have anything off the bat initially, so we won't bother with that one. Chapter 3, that one, Lake Brescia, will go into here. It's got an initial fight, but given that you're not supposed to have leveled up your characters one zot for it, not going to be an issue. And yes, the game thinks, oh no, we need to go back to the Lindblom for some reason. And we have the tutorial for changing the paradigm system, which we do not care about. Alright, we don't have any paradigm set, so unfortunately Lightning is back to being a commando. And Vanille is going to be sitting there whacking things with her rod because she can't do anything. If these guys do manage to kill me, I'll get the opportunity to sort out the paradigms. But these guys are weak enough that Snow with his water gun and surprisingly high magic stat, we have to take them out easy peasy by the look of it. Even if the two girls are not doing any damage. Alright, and we get 21 CP and some Seath Tears. We get more access to items and a cutscene to skip. So plan of attack in this one is at least make my way up to the mid-level boss fight. Alright, so now I have a time to generate some okay, he's got cool. And we'll have a duplicate paradigm. There is actually an advantage to having duplicate paradigms. Alright, so I will just plug some more stats into these guys now that I know that I'll be playing with these for at least the next few minutes. Okay, the HP should be fine. We'll go try and get the accessory on Lightning. We don't have any accessories worth using yet, but we do want it. Okay, so I did want attack and I did want the accessory. Actually, how much was that? It was Commander that had the really good magic stack. Yes, 200 to get to it, but hella worth it. And for Neil, you still only have access to your Commando and your Synergist, but your Synergist does have Faith, so Synergist it is. Was there any? You've got 3 abilities on here. Any good abilities? Fog? Nope. Don't have access to Saboteur to use that, and Waterer. Again, not useful. And nothing else, everything else is up here as stats, and honestly pretty mediocre stats. So, well, seeing as you're attacking physically and that's kind of all you're doing, we get paltry 2 strength. So now headwards, onwards, get some more XP out of enemies. Be forced to walk slowly because Lightning just doesn't want to run into that cutscene trigger. And now 1, 2, 3 cutscenes. And now we get the tutorial option to go for the tutorial for the Crystarium, which we have literally just been mucking around with, so don't really need that tutorial. So yeah, the enemies here are not going to drop a huge amount of CP, unfortunately, but it's a hell of a lot better than what's in chapters 1 and 2. So yeah, chapters 1 and 2. Chapter 2 the enemies there you can use to farm Aegis Souls, Fortis Souls, Deceptor Souls, because they do drop souls. So that, I mean, that could be useful if you do like find yourself stuck. And chapter 1 has enemies that drop Phoenix Downs and potions. But given that potions only restore 200 HP, it's not going to be super useful. So lightning can now do a little bit more damage now that she... Okay, so we've got Deceptor Soul off those guys, which is nice. That basically means that you're invisible to enemies. Really good for sneaking up and getting initials on them, or just dodging them. Nimble Toe Boots, that's not super useful because that boosts evasion for when sentinels use elude, of which I have 0 sentinels currently. So that's not going to be used anytime soon, but I do know that Lightning has access to elude in her grid, and she has access to sentinel eventually. So I mean, if worse comes to worse, Lightning will maybe use them. I hope that I will have much better accessories. Ideally, accessories will be things like damage boosting ones, obviously, and early game HP boosting ones are super duper useful, especially for the people who happen to have very squishy grids in regards to HP. So Lightning's grid's not amazing for HP. Snow's grid is fine. Vanille looks to be a tank, which is fine. Hope looks kind of squishy, I think. And Fang seems to be average. Cool, that's useless. That's just a bit of scrap materials for upgrading, which can't even do, so until I get that key item. Yes. So you may have noticed that Snow's grid looks a bit weird, where some of the levels he's only got 1 node on it. It's because you lose him at the end of this chapter, and you don't get access to him, and oh, that's nice, until chapter 9. No, end of chapter 8. So for a large chunk of the story, you have no access to him, so you just don't get any grid for him. And we have the command execution tutorial, which we don't have any commands accessible anyway. So that's things like anything that uses TP, which is renew, the full revive and heal for everyone. And also things like Quake, Dispel, Scan. So the reason I just did a quick paradigm switch there is it resets the ATB. Was it the first one of the battle resets it? And then every like 2 or so ATB charges, it resets again. So that's why having a duplicate paradigm in your grid, in your paradigm setup, is actually kind of useful, because you can switch and you get more ATB off and more attacks. Alright guys, what do you got? At least these guys are pretty nice and easy to deal with. So we'll should get a okay amount of CP before the mid-level boss, which, with my stats, I'm not going to be able to brute force him before he kills me, and I've got no healing, so... Ooh, please stop targeting Vanille. Actually, no, I don't care, because she can't do any damage. Wow, they really do not like Vanille. Oh well. Alright, so just ATB swap again. Yeah, so the larger groups are a little scary, potentially, because things can go out of hand very quickly if they all decide to gang up on the party leader. So these guys will just attack, and yeah, Snow can almost one-shot the things on his own. He's got that much magic strength. And he's about to get a heck of a lot stronger, actually. Ooh, Deceptor Soul again, nice. Alright, we've got more accessories. Let's see if there's anything good. So what do we get? And we get a Effulgent Cape. I think that one is resist fog. resist fog, which none of the enemies are going to be doing in this area, so yeah. That one is actually one I'll probably sell off for a bit of gil. Ooh, my goodness, frames. Computer, you're not doing a virus scan or something stupid? No. That footage and cake will probably be sold off, and the Tombury figurine that I picked up from the previous chats will probably get sold off as well. Now these guys can be a little tricky. So, there's a treasure chest there. I'm going to just plug some levels into the Crystarium. And we'll go for the magic and a smidge more HP. Yep, we'll go for magic again. Strength and in accessories. I don't have any good accessories yet, but accessories are super, super good. And, still not enough to get that magic. That's decent way away from that. I thought I might have had enough for that. Oh well. So which one of these has the best... Okay, so I've got some HP for you there. Abilities and roll levels are more expensive, so... Okay. Finished that one. Is there anything good up here? Okay, so you got a bit of HP up there. It'll probably keep you on this track for now, Vanille. Yeah, your strength is abysmal. Okay, so I'll actually add another paradigm here. And have Vanille giving us some buffs with the Faith, because your Faith are our two main dudes. Blizzard is definitely not the best, and Water is not the best elementals for these guys. Okay, so we've got that, and we'll switch out once Snow happens to get that. Okay, that's not good. I'm pretty sure I saw them attacking lightning. I do have a potion. So, please, and the best thing about Blizzagar, okay, is that potion 3 times, nice. It also stuns the enemies. So you notice them get pointed up into the air. So yeah, the Ras and the Gars can... Okay, that's bad. I hope the potion that's locked behind these two... I don't know it's a potion. I hope it's not a potion. I hope the treasure chest that's locked behind these dudes is worth it. Because I don't want to have to grind potions. Because that is going to be an annoying pain in the butt. And obviously something I would do off screen. Okay. Can I survive? Okay, there is one dude left. I think. Oh no, 2 dudes. Okay. Okay, staggered. You'll die. I'll use my potion up on this. Because I know I'm not strong enough to take on the Manaswain Warmech, which is the mid-boss here. But I can at least take down these dudes. And then work out where next to go. The lack of strength on Vanille is going to be a little bit interesting. So hopefully it is a nice treasure out of here. And that I get enough CP from the fights before the Manaswain. So 32. They also give a half decent XP yield. So we get... Please be something good. Hells yeah! That is HP! And it is... 500 HP! That's basically doubled HP for my main guy. Which will be which will differ depending on which chapter I'm in. I am avoiding you guys because I don't think I could take you guys out. Okay, so... Alright, so now... We have now we bail on this stage? Well, now we save. Was this where the boss was? Or was it the next checkpoint? I'm pretty sure this is where the boss is lurking down below. No, maybe not. Maybe not, because I do remember those crystal thingamajigs there. So everything in this level is like, oh, it's all blue and ice and everything's frozen. So everything's like, this is originally Lake Brescia, and this looks like a, nope, it was just a cutscene. Everything is all frozen after the Foul Sea Anima, which gave our dudes their nice new tattoos, fell into the water, and everything turned into ice. Very pretty ice, but it is all ice. So I'm not sure whether this one is the prettiest area or the Gapra is also kind of pretty. Alright, she's still in faith mode. Well, she can probably stay in faith mode. She doesn't do enough damage, and I'm killing things before they stagger anyway, so I don't really need the commando for the stagger bonus. See, 12 points versus the 32 for those weird frog reptile thingies. Although the reptile things are way more dangerous. Shaman's Mark. Hello. That's also a good one, isn't it? That's plus 50 magic. Nice. So I've got more offense and I have some more defense. Still no way of healing reliably, but I've got offense and a bit more defense. So that's nice. And the plus 50 magic at this point. Ooh, perfume. That's sellable as well. Plus 50 magic is a good boost. So it took Snow from, what was it, 40 to like 90 magic? So that's a nice boost to his damage, and obviously once he gets that plus 100 node on that sphere grid, that's going to really buff up his damage. But it's probably still not going to be enough to be able to take out the War Mech, simply because that thing has an attack which does AoE, and without a sentinel to soak up the damage, it does something like 300 to 400 damage almost, so I can take one of those attacks. Unfortunately, he spams them. So, yeah, either I need a heck of a lot more HP, or I need to be able to output an insane amount more damage. Which is probably not going to happen immediately. Alright, so we Waterga them, Blizzard them, and these guys are not going to last. Yep, he dead. Snow is a beast with his magic. Phoenix down, nice. I am sure that I will use those. Some bomb ashes, those are kind of useless. And continue forward, hoping that we get some good loot in here. So, given that... Okay, no, that's it. That's where the War Mech appears, so I'm not going any further there. But we'll see what our Crystarium has for our guys. Lightning, easy. Get accessory. Do I want her on Sentinel? She only starts off with Provoke, which is really not a good one for your initial unless you have some guards. And there is Fire up there, so Sentinel I'm not going to bother with her for. Yes, it's nice having the initial... Okay, so I got a Lude there, which is actually not too bad. Fogger and Peroga, those are useless currently. Without the... and I've got a Vade, that's a Sentinel ability, and Medigard. Okay, so... that is quite a bit of stat grinding to get there. So what I will be doing is I guess I'm popping my CP into Lightning's Ravager to get those Sentinel abilities, unlock Sentinel, and then eventually get to the War Mech. Alright, so you is easy, you just still... You're 4 CP short, okay. You do take a lot. And you... I guess, yeah, HP. I haven't bothered putting any CP into the guys that aren't in the party. Because, well, if they're not really doing anything, I can't switch them in. There's no point in wasting CP on them at the moment. I can work out what they get later. So, at the moment, without grinding a hell of a lot there, I'm not going to be beating the war mech. But I did get some really good equipment. So, what I'm going to remember to do is remove that. Because I'm going to go to, I think, the Gapra Whitewood. I can do the initial fight in... Actually, I'll do the initial fight here, because that's super quick and easy. Bit of extra CP. Hopefully this yields medic roll for somebody. And then we're doing the Gapra Whitewood, because between Lightning and Hope, especially with the Bangle, should be doable. Alright, let's get everyone relentlessly assaulting the poor panther things. So Saz, he does decent enough damage with his firer. I don't know how well I do through the Vile Peaks. The main issues is getting to... Oh, Saz is now a Saboteur as well. Nice. So that's a bonus. Saboteurs are always good, especially since I'm pretty sure I noticed that Saz has access to Deprotect somewhere in his grid. Which will be nice if Vanille insists on being a physical striker with her paltry physical attack. And I want to go this way, because I know I need to go this way. So you get cutscene, you get tiny little bit of corridor, you get more cutscenes, and then you get dumped with another party. I don't know why you get one tiny little bit with Saz in command. Alright, so Hope is squishy, which means that Hope is getting the... Oh, gotta switch off you. Hope is getting the Diamond Bangle, so Hope does not die. Which means Lightning now gets the magic one. And heck, you might as well have Critical Veil. It's not even Auto Veil. Alright, so I do have a bunch of CP to dump into Hope. There is one little fight that I'm going to be doing to grab a treasure chest. That's nice and easy to get at. Okay, you have a Sentinel. Challenge. No, not with your HP, matey. Stopgar, that's not useful. Firer, you don't have Ravager. That's a Ravager ability. Alright, well, Sentinel, I'm not plugging any XP into that at the moment. Kurska, that could be useful. You get a lot of strength on your grid, surprisingly. I'm noting there quite a few ones. And D-Shell. Very useful D-Shell. Did Commando have any good stats? Ooh, okay, that's a lot of magic early on. Ooh, but you're an... Okay, you've got ruined. Good. So, Water and Thunder. Aroga, which isn't bad. And more stats. So, what we're doing is we're going straight for some magic boost. You also don't seem to have much in the way of HP. And then we're going to make you Saboteur. And then plug as much as we can into Saboteur to eventually get to D-Shell. I think that's the plan for you. Yeah, 7 is not good. Make sure that I don't have an abysmal one. Okay. We'll turn one of these into Saboteur, and you're also Commando. What was your Commando abilities? Attack. Right, cool. Yep, you can say Ravager. And 12 CP is not worth dumping into anything because you aren't Snow. So I have to defeat this dude to get access to that treasure chest. So we are sticking with Kurska. Oh no, we're sticking with Ruin apparently. Oh, okay, look at that lovely damage. I thought this one was going to be a hard fight. I guess all that extra points in magic for both of them. Hope's magic stats half decent. And Lightning has the plus 50, which is nice. And excess, just random junk off you. Alright. Shield Talisman. I think that one's auto protect. Well, Hope doesn't have any extra accessories, and 500 HP is way better than auto protect. Camera, please be nice. Thank you. So, we'll just do a quick shop. Oh, and we have access to more Lenora's garage with some extra weapons, which I am probably never going to be able to afford. Ooh, strength plus 100 for 10k. Or do I want... So Tomberry fingering, get rid of that for some money. Perfumes, get rid of all those for 80k. Okay, that's good amount of fuel. Actually, the rest of that is whatever. And the Effulgent Cape, which is resist fog plus 40%. I'm never going to use that. I'll get rid of that. And nothing there is worth selling. But now that I have a half decent stash of cash, plus 100 strength is going to be super nice. And which one of these had the auto haste? One of you's, so I can get plus HP 200, which if I'm desperate, I will probably get that. But I've got plus 500, which is way better, so I'll stick with that. Not there. So obviously anything can appear. Hermes sandals, or nope, that's not the one I want. That's only auto critical haste. Nope. Where are you? Sprint shoes, auto haste, 20k, but that'll be worth it. Reveals a piece of information about each defeated enemy. For 120,000, that is hella not worth it. And I can also buy another Shaman's Mark if I want, but I do not really have the accessory slots to bother with that. So now, Vanille actually has half decent attack. She can have straight on 100 attack. Turn to the Lindblom. However, I'm still not going to be doing the Sunleth Waterscape because of the enemies that are immune to physical, which populate the area. But we shall be popping straight into the Gapra, so I don't forget where to go next time. I don't think I would. And so Gapra, number 5. Yes, I just have a list of notes in front of me with chapter numbers and what location they're in, because I will not remember which chapter is which. And we have to have Hopeless being the main party member. This chapter is also not too bad because the groups of slugs actually have pretty good XP yields. So this might be a CP farming chapter until I get more powerful. But until next time, this is Type This Out. Have a good day, guys. Bye.